Hi everyone, and I hope you had a lovely Easter. Welcome to the first Remote Learning National 4 lesson. The first topic we're going to look at is scientific notation. With these video clips, you can pause the video when it asks you to copy something down, or complete examples, or rewind if you need to look back at something already covered. An exercise will follow each video, and if anyone has any questions, they can leave a comment below the link, and I'll either respond in the comments if it's easy enough to explain, or if a lot of people are having difficulties, then I'll create another video to go over specific questions. Now this is an outline of what's covered in this topic. The column on the right hand side, just here, gives you suggestions to use on maths workout should you be looking for that wee bit of extra practice. Now the first lesson today is going to be on powers of a number. This should be revision for absolutely everybody, as it's been covered at different points in S1 and S2. By the end of this lesson, you should know what the power of a number is and be able to calculate the power of a number either mentally or using your calculator. So you don't need to copy this next part down, but the first thing we're going to look at is squaring a number. And we should already know to square a number that we're multiplying it by itself. Okay? And we can say that that number is to the power of 2. An example of this is if we were to say 9 squared. That means 9 to the power of 2, which means 9 times 9, which is 81. And we should already know that. Similarly, 10 squared means 10 to the power of 2, which is 10 times 10, which is 100. Moving on from that, what we then look at is cubing a number. Okay, and again, hopefully everybody should know what that means already. To cube a number, it means to multiply by itself 3 times, or multiply by itself and then itself again. Another way of saying that is to the power of 3. For example, 2 cubed means 2 to the power of 3, which means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 4 cubed means 4 to the power of 3, which is 4 times 4 times 4, which should give us 64. Okay. Now to summarise this and extend it to include any power, we use a to the power of n to represent any power. So 2 to the power of 5, 3 to the power of 4, 4 cubed. The letter a is called the base number, and the letter n is called the index number. Okay, so that could be 2 squared, 4 cubed, anything like that. An example of this would be 2 to the power of 5. So the number 5 tells us that 2 is multiplying by itself 5 times. Okay, so that would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And if we work that out, we should get the answer of 32. Now what I'd like you to do at this point is pause the video just now and copy this part down into your notes jota. So here I've got a few examples that I'd like us to try, and again I'd like each of these copied down. So 4 squared, well what does that mean? It means 4 to the power of 2, which is 4 times itself, so that becomes 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay, be careful with this and not confuse it with 4 times 2, which is 8, which would be an incorrect answer. Okay, the next one is a little bit trickier just because the number ends up quite big, but it's not anything we can't do with a wee bit of working jotted down at the side. So 5 to the power of 4 means 5 multiplied by itself 4 times. Okay, so 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And again, if we need to do a wee bit of working or whatever we need to do, we should get the answer of 625. Now again, can you pause the video, make sure you copy these 2 examples down and finish the other 4 examples for me? That would be great. Thank you. Here are the answers to the questions that you've just done. Now hopefully you've got all them right. If not, please let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you and help you with whatever you need. Now, for the questions that we've done so far, we've been able to do them mentally or by jotting down a little bit of working. But sometimes we will need a calculator for this, so we're going to look at special buttons in the calculator to help us with this topic. So if you need to pause the video and go get your calculator, then please do that just now. Everyone's calculator might be slightly different, so if you can't find these buttons in your calculator, just do what I've done here and take a picture of your calculator and put it in the comment section, and I'll try and help you out and show you where each button is. Firstly though, if we're squaring a number, okay, so remember squared is to the power of 2, so what we're looking for is this button here circled in yellow. Now that should be the same for absolutely everybody's calculator, so that should be easy to spot for everyone. And if I wanted to do 3 squared in my calculator, I'd press the number 3, press this button, and what I should get is the answer of 9. If I wanted to cube a number, remember cubed is to the power of 3. Have a look, can you guess which one it is? It's that one there, right? So it's the exact same button, just the power has changed to a 3 this time. So if I wanted to do 2 cubed onto my calculator, I'd press the number 2 followed by the cube button, and I should get the answer of 8. Okay. Now that helps us if we're squaring a number or cubing a number, but sometimes we will have powers bigger than 2 or 3. So what we need is another button that can be used for any power, and it's this button here circled in red. Now this button could be different based on what type of calculator you have, so if you can't find that button, it could look like an x to the power of y or y to the power of x. Okay. If you can't find that, again, take a picture of your calculator and put it in the comments section. So if I wanted to do 2 to the power of 4, for instance, what I'd do is I'd press the number 2, press that button circled in red, okay, this button here, and then press the number 4. When I press the equals button in my calculator, it should give me the answer of 16. Okay, so now we're going to try a couple of examples of this. So the first question here is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. So that is 6 multiplied by itself 5 times, so that's 6 to the power of 5. That's an easier way of writing that. So if we want to put that into your calculator, remember you can rewind this video to remind yourself of the buttons to use in case you've forgotten, but we press the number 6, we press the power button that was circled in red, and then the number 5, press the equals button, and what we should get is 7,776. Okay, example number 2, or B in this case, we'll get 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. So that's 8 multiplied by itself 4 times, so that's 8 to the power of 4. Okay, again, press the 8, press the red circled power button, press the number 4, equals, and we should get 4,096. You can pause this video again and try the rest of the examples for me. Here are the answers to the questions that you've just done. Hopefully we've got these all correct. Any issues, please don't hesitate to let me know. Now here is the exercise that I'd like you to do today. It's exercise 10.1 and it's question 1 and 2. Question 1, I don't want you using a calculator, but question 2 you can use a calculator to help you with this. Be careful with the ones that involve a negative. Remember, a negative times a negative gives us a positive answer. The fractions ones, if that's something that you find difficult, I'm happy for you to miss the fractions questions out because they're a wee bit more difficult for some people. And lastly, here are the answers to the questions. Okay, so give these a wee mark. Hope everyone got on okay, and let me know if you need help with anything at all. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.